called Why I Do What I Do. I first started playing music 'cause it was fun. There was nothing I loved doing better under the sun. It gave me satisfaction I never knew. It gave me reason to do what I do. If I was feeling good or bad, I could write a song. I didn't care what was going on, right or wrong. The feeling could strike even near or far. All I had to do was pick up my guitar. I love to sing the words, I love to feel the groove, I love to feel the backbeat under my shoes. It's all old school, it really ain't nothing new. These are the reasons that I do what I do. Music took on me what I could not do for myself. It brought me through hard times when I needed help. All it took was for the music to plant the seed. The music would give me all I would ever need. I love to feel the groove, I love to feel the groove. I love to feel the backbeat under my shoes. It's all old school, it's really nothing new. These are the reasons that I do what I do. These are the reasons that I do what I do. These are the reasons that I do what I do. On the road a while back, and went out for a walk, and I got chased by a three-legged dog. Started off the day not feeling too bad. I was hoping for a good day, don't wanna be sad. But it all started when I went downstairs. Wasn't gonna be my day, that was clear. My first mistake was when I answered the phone. I should have just let it ring, left it alone. Never ring the bell and wrote me a letter. The news in there wasn't much better. Asked myself, where's my good love gone? It always shows it too short, never too long. Just when I thought nothing else could go wrong, to top it all off, I got chased by a three-legged dog. Drive downtown, might lift my spirits, I was feeling down. A cop pulled me over, might be looking for me. Just added insult to injury. I asked myself, where's my good luck gone? It always shows it too short, but never too long. When I thought nothing else could go wrong, to top it all off, I got chased by a three-legged dog. Really like to have a day when things went right. I wish for days like that every night. I can't even walk down the street before a three-legged dog runs after me. I ask myself, where's my good love gone? It always shows it too short, but never too long. Just when I thought nothing else could go wrong, to top it all off, I got chased by a three-legged dog. When I thought nothing else could go wrong, to top it all off, I got chased by a three-legged dog. Thank you. That's on my CD that I did back in 2008. The CD was an acoustic CD called The Way I Am. This next tune is one on an Americana CD I did in Nashville back in 2010. This is I was in the broadcast news business for a long time, and I still kind of keep up with that. And there was a show on one day, there was a young lady interviewing a couple of guests on a network news program. And somehow I think she might have lost control of her interview, and one of the guests turned around and asked her a question. And that's not usually supposed to happen, but it did. It kind of caught her off guard. And I remember her saying, she says, well, I just don't know what I believe anymore. And so I came up with this song right here. Starting school, all I ever told me was to live by the rule. I always believed what they told me I should. Thought they were right, and I took them at their word. Years went by, many questions arose. Seems what once was isn't now. No one knows. What was wrong is now right. What was right is now all wrong. I wish I knew the answers so I could sing them in this song. Everybody's talking about what you can and cannot say. Everybody's telling us that their way is the only way. Everybody's trying to change each other's mind for sure. I just don't know what I believe anymore. Freedom of speech was written to protect, and now we're told to be politically correct. Say what I have to say, I say it my own way. I say Merry Christmas, I won't say Happy Holiday. Everybody's talking about what you can and cannot say. Everybody's telling us that their way's the only way. Everybody's trying to change each other's mind for sure. I just don't know what I believe anymore. Is anybody held accountable today? Does anybody have responsibility? It seems like no one could care less anymore. We got what we pay for, should we have paid a little more? Everybody's talking about what you can and cannot say. Everybody's telling us that their way's the only way. Everybody's trying to change each other's mind for sure. I just don't know what I believe anymore. Just don't know what I believe anymore. Thank you. I wrote about an old blues man I used to know many years ago that I learned a lot of stuff from. He lived down south of Atlanta back in the early 70s. His name was Willie Guy Ring. I met him when he was 75 years old. I was 21. He was an old brick mason. But played old style of folk blues, the old-fashioned way. And I learned a whole lot from him. It was really funny. We used to do some festivals together and some coffee houses and some gigs around the area back then. And he lived way down south, South Fulton County, which is been all redeveloped now, but it was pretty much, he had the tallest corn down in that area. And I remember we went home after a gig one night and went out to the cornfield to pull some corn in and cooked it up, and it was better than going to the Waffle House. The thing about it was I stayed over there one night, and early in the morning he came up with wearing some knee-high boots and carrying some buckets of water in. He brought water up to the house the old-fashioned way, and I was drinking a cup of coffee, and I walked outside, and there was a big tall tree out in front of his house there, and I walked out with a cup of coffee, and all of a sudden it started shaking, and leaves started coming out of it, and feathers. And it turns out there was chickens all the way up in this tree, all the way up. I had seen chickens before, but I'd never seen them roosting in a tree like that. And I asked Willie, I said, Willie, what are you doing with these chickens? You cooking them? You raising them? What you doing? He says, no, they too old. So what happened was that Willie Guy had a retirement home for chickens in this tree here is what happened. Never got to see him in the last days of his life, but I sure do miss him. It's called I Never Got to Say Goodbye to Willie Guy. Willie Guy in summer of '74. He was an old black man from a little town in Georgia. He didn't know how to read or write. He was the kind of soul that always treats you right. And Willie died, never got to say goodbye. Sit down and listen to Willie tell me of his life while we played our guitar, sitting out on his porch. Play the blues and laugh and sing, time would just fly by. Never had a friend that I loved more. I never got to say goodbye to Willie Guy. Oh, at least I told him he was a good friend of mine. His reward way up in the sky. No one ever got to say goodbye to Willie Guy. Willie Guy had a good long life, 82 years on earth. When he gave me advice, I can't tell you what it was worth. Even though he was up in years, he was 21 at heart. His humble life for me has left a great mark. I was reading in the local news. They said a man was gone that sang the blues. Right then and there, tears came to my eyes, 'cause I never got to say goodbye to Willie Guy. I never got to say goodbye to Willie Guy. Though at least I told him he was a good friend of mine. And I know he found his reward way up in the sky. I will never got to say goodbye to Willie Guy. I will never got to say goodbye. Never did say goodbye. Never got to say goodbye to Willie Guy. Yeah, tribute to an old friend there. Thank you. Said, Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white, ain't real clear. Is that you there? He said, yeah, I was 11. Times were tough back in 35. It's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive on a cotton farm in the Great Depression. Looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other. Should have seen it in color. This one here's taken overseas. middle of hell, 1943, in the winter time, you can almost see my breath. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee. He was a high school teacher from New Orleans. He had my back until the day we left. It looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other. You should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. Should have seen it in color. This one here's my favorite one. This is me and Grandma in the summer sun, all dressed up the day we said our vows. You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June. Rose was red, her eyes were blue. Look at that smile, I was so proud. That's the story of my life, right there in black and white. You can hear the 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. It looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other. Should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. Should have seen it in color. Should have seen it in color. Should have seen it in color. I recorded this recently as a single, and after all that is going on, I decided to say that I think everything's going to be okay. We all set out hoping for a perfect day, but some of us stumbled and fell along the way. Some decisions we made didn't get us where we wanted to be. Had to stop and take another look to see. Had to stop and take another look to see. Somewhere down the road we took a wrong turn. What we thought was a good move got us burned. In pursuit of happiness, we crashed into a wall. We were riding high before we took that great big fall. We were riding high before we took that great big fall. There's gonna be days when everything goes wrong. Those good times will only last so long. Today's the tomorrow that you feared yesterday. Don't you worry, everything's gonna be okay. Don't you worry, everything's gonna be okay. choice when we get to a crossroad. Sometimes we just don't know which way to go. We have to take a moment to ask God for help. If we remember that it's all gonna turn out well, we remember that we'll see it all turn out well. There's gonna be days when everything goes wrong. Those good times will only last so long. Today is the tomorrow that you feared yesterday. Don't you worry, everything's gonna be okay. 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 Put on my blue suede shoes and boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. WC Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the wheel. Walking in Memphis, don't really feel the way that I feel. Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates of Graceland, watched him walk right through. Now security did not see him, they just hovered round his tomb. There's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room. Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the wheel. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel the way that I feel? They got catfish on the table, they got gospel in the air. Reverend Green, be glad to see you if you haven't got a prayer. But boy, you got a prayer in Memphis. Now Muriel plays piano every Friday after Hollywood. Brought me down to see her. They asked me if I would do a little number, and I sang with all my might. She said, "Tell me, are you a Christian child?" I said, "Ma'am, I am tonight, walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the bill, walking in Memphis. Do I really feel the way that I feel, walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the bill, walking in Memphis. Do I really feel the way that I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. Thank you. Love that tune. It's called On Howard Avenue. I remember him leaving, go to work each day. My daddy had to drive 2 hours each way. In the evening I would see him turn the corner and get $52. He'd park it on the street. We didn't have a garage. All us kids would ride our bikes, play ball and climb trees. Have a share of scrapes, the skinned up knees. Things would get better in the afternoon. Hear the bells of that ice cream man, it'd be coming soon. It was a simple town in my neighborhood. We were by no means rich, but we really had it quite good. Oh, we lived forever, if we only knew. But we had a good time down on Howard Avenue. I was good friends with my neighbor, Anna Italy. She would heat her house with coal and kerosene. Steve and Mary came here all the way from Italy. You could smell her Italian cook up and down the street. Old Mr. Kaiser drove an old Twinkies Model T. He lived across the street from Old Man Flaherty. Old Mr. Ben would yell at me when my ball went in his yard. I never knew their stories, but I'm sure their lives were hard. It was a simple town in my neighborhood. We weren't rich, but we really had it quite good. Thought we'd live forever, if we only knew. But we had a good time down on Howard Avenue. Forever, if we only knew. But we had a good time down Howard Avenue. Little Susie, wake up. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. do it again. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. We gotta go home. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up. Our movie wasn't so hot. It didn't have much of a plot. We fell asleep, our goose was cooked, our reputation shot. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. I told your mom. No, I told your pop. Well, I told my little friends, I said, ooh, la, la, wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Is a very special one. It's the 70th year since the passing of legendary Hank Williams. Sometime between midnight and about 4 a.m. or so, he passed away in the back of a powder blue Cadillac near Oak Hill, West Virginia. I had the pleasure of knowing the gentleman that was driving him that night. His name was Charles Carr. He was just 17 years old, and he became a wonderful Montgomery businessman. I got to know him in the last years of his life. He's no longer with us, but he has some great stories about that night, as opposed to the legend and the rumors that you hear. Well, I was coming from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back. When a stranger stopped beside me in an empty Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. He said, "It's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like a ride, son?" Well, I sat down in the front seat. He turned on the radio. Them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light. And I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, "Drifting came and folks crowded to play and sing. Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings?" Said, "Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. If you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." Then he cried to south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. He said, "This is where you get off, boy, because I'm going back to Alabama." And as he stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, "Mister, many thanks." He said, "You don't have to call me Mister. The whole world called me Hank." He said, "Can you make folks cry when we play and sing? pay your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you do them guitar strings? He said, boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. He said, Drifty, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? He said, boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. If you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. Thank you very much. Wake up, mom, turn your lamp down low. Wake up, mom, turn your lamp down low. And you got the nerve, you got the dirt from your door. My mama died, left me reckless. Daddy left me wild, wild, wild. My mama died and left me reckless. Daddy left me wild, wild, wild. No, it ain't good looking, but I'm sure someone's angel child. Think of my woman, do me this way. She's a mighty mean woman, do me this way. Gonna leave this town tomorrow, I'm gonna wait and stay. I once loved a woman better than I've ever seen. I once loved a woman better than I've ever seen. Treat me like a king, treat her like a doggone queen. Sister, tell your brother, brother, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, uncle tell my cousin, cousin tell my friend, going up the country, mama, how do you wanna go? Might take me a fairground, might take me one or two more. B-80 left Savannah, no they did not stop. Should have seen that engineer when he got that motor hot. I reached over in the corner, mama, got those traveling shoes. You know by that, got me those Statesboro blues. Sister got 'em, daddy got 'em, mama got 'em, brother got 'em. Woke up this morning, got my little Statesboro blues. Looking over in the corner, grandma and grandpa had 'em too. traveling shoes. Reached over in the morning, got my little Statesboro blues. Sister got 'em, Daddy got 'em, brother got 'em, Mama got 'em. Woke up this morning, got my little Statesboro blues. Over in the morning, grandpa had 'em too. Thank you. Traditional version of that tune. I appreciate that. A number of years ago, I had the pleasure of going out on the road with the legendary Willie Big Eye Smith. He was Muddy Waters drummer from 1960 to 1980, but he was also a very accomplished harmonica player. And so he and I did about 4 duo tours around 09 and 10 and 11. Of course, he passed away September of 2011 after winning a Grammy for the Best Traditional Blues album with Pine Top Perkins, who was Muddy Waters' piano player. He was 97. He passed away 3 weeks after winning that Grammy. But Willie and I went on the road a few times, and we cut a live CD in Pennsylvania called Live Blues, protected by Smith & Wilson. And sometime after 1943, when Muddy Waters left the Mississippi Delta, he went to Chicago, and somewhere along the line there, he recorded this tune on Chess Records that Willie and I recorded also. down south, don't you wanna go, woman, I'm trouble. I'll be all world of mine, and I just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. Well, I feel last night, this fool in your face, gonna let some graveyard be your resting place, woman, I'm trouble. I'll be all worth the time, and I just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. sleep. Hear my doorbell ring, looking for my baby, and see a doggone thing. Woman, I'm trouble. You know, you're mine. And I just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. Well, I know my little baby gonna jump and shout. This old dream delayed man, I come walking out. Woman, I'm trouble. You know, you're mine. And I just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. Baby, gonna jump and shout. This old train delayed man, I can walk out. Woman, I'm told, you know, you're mine. And I just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. And I just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. Just can't satisfy, just can't keep from crying. All right, thank you very much. This song was written as a tribute to Hank Sr. It was written by a very fine songwriter named Steve Young, not the quarterback, but a very fine songwriter. And he wrote this for as a tribute to Hank Sr., but he wrote it for Hank Williams Jr. to sing. And I found out about it back in the 70s on an album that Hank Jr. had done. It was called Hank Jr. and Friends. And so I always loved this tune. And many years in a row, I've gone down to the Montgomery Hank Williams Museum and performed this song on Hank's birthday in September many times, and also on New Year's, not this year, but other times. It's called Montgomery in the Rain. You don't have to hide your baby, you don't have to go get no gun. Well, how can you blame me for things I ain't ever done? Well, I used to live here, but now I've come back again. Just to stop for a while and to think how things might have been. I had to come back to remember the joy and the pain. It's alright with you before I get back on the train. I just wanna see Montgomery in the rain. Round these streets and old houses, a whole lot of changes I've been through. From the top of the town to feeling down to washing cars and shining shoes. I once went a woman and here was way ever seen. We used to ramble from here to old New Orleans. I had to come back to remember the joy and the pain. It won't be long 'cause I'm gone, 'cause it ain't the same. I did want to see Montgomery rain. You don't have to hide your baby, you don't have to go get no gun. But how can you blame me for things I ain't never done? I used to live here, now I've come back again. Just to stop for a while and to think how things might have been. I had to come back to remember the joy and the pain. It's all right with you before I get back on the train. Just wanna see Montgomery rain. Thank you all so much. My name is Roger Hurricane Wilson.